This time I'm working on a Dodge Grand Caravan. I replaced the front rotors and brake pads. This time I'm replacing the rear rotors and brake pads. So I already broke the lug nuts on here, so I have to show that. But what I'm going to do is I'm just going to take off the tire. I'll show you how that looks right after. So I just took off the tire. Before I did that, I jacked it up, put a jack stand underneath it for some safety. So just put some WD-40 just to make sure that it could brake a little easier once I get the caliper off. Get the pads right there. Rotor doesn't look in too bad a shape, but about the parts, I heard that when you're driving fast on it and then just starting to stop suddenly, the back end shakes. It's usually or not rotors. The front could be good, but the back could be bad. So I'm just gonna change it all out. Got all my parts at AutoZone, so it's pretty easy to do. A lot of the stuff that you buy there comes with a 1-year warranty, or for like the pads themselves, they give you a lifetime. So replace the pads and they give you another one for free. I'll go ahead and take this off and I'll show you what it looks like after. So here are the pads. One of them just fell off. They're fairly easy to take off. I usually just take a flathead here and just pry it right off. Fairly easy to do. Just kind of work with it, and then if it gets stuck, just kind of find a good spot to remove it. I'm replacing all this stuff. I damaged some of it. It's not so bad, but when I was taking this off, I used that as a guide. You have the emergency brake here. You can see that you have, let me get the light on this. So you have the caliper bracket, the guide bolts. This one is okay, so you can see it goes back and forth. See, back and forth. So I can pull it out, pull it back in, that's fine. Let me move this back over here. Rest on that. But this guy right here, it's stuck. Won't twist, won't turn, won't go in anywhere. So what I'm gonna try to do is spray some WD-40 on there, break the rest of these two bolts, and hopefully that will do it. If not, I have to figure out what I have to do with the parts. So I had to go to AutoZone to pick up one of these rubber bootings for the, hard to tell, but they broke, and I got 4 of them. I only need one for about $5. So I'm gonna fix that on there and put it back together. So I put it back together. Got the new rotor, as you can see. Can't really tell about the pads. This is the tire back on. I put it back on. Took down the jack, took out the jack stand, tighten it down. I'm gonna go for a test drive, as you should always, just to make sure if you hear any rub. Every time I do one of these brakes, I always tell everyone that, as you're driving, let it settle in. It may squeak for like a few miles, or come off like smelling weird because you're still braking it in. So that's what we did it on all 4. This was the last one, actually. I knew that this would be the harder one, so I kind of wanted to wait off on it. Yeah, if you have questions, just comment below. Thanks.